once a month during a 1 week of the month.
Okay.
I'm a whore.
Got it. Got it. Got it. What is happening?
Oh, not much. Just today has been kind of a lazier day.
And why do you think it's like that?
Um, well, I know the reason, but I don't know if you want to know the reason.
Come on, go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
no,
all
no.
yours.
I'm a woman. That's that reason right now.
Am I thinking the right way?
I don't know. Once a month during a 1 week of the month,
Okay.
I'm a whore.
I got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
I have no shame talking about it, but I know other people feel uncomfortable. But I once a month, once a week a month, I feel really lazy and I feel like really no motivation to do anything.
Okay. So is it that time of the month where you can be like moody and you can
Oh,
roast me or something like that?
well, that's last week. I was more moody. This week I'm a little
Okay.
bit better. But last week
Okay.
I was more angry at everything.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about only this topic now. Okay.
Okay. Sure, if you want to. Okay. Okay.
All right.
If you really want to talk about it, a week
Uh-huh.
before I start, I'm like anxious and like annoyed with everything. And then once it arrives, well, not always, but this time way worse. I'm just like exhausted. My whole body is just like, oh my gosh. And then I just like am craving everything. I want chocolate. I want pizza. I want hamburgers. I just want everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I have so many questions because I
Sure.
know
Go
this,
for
but
Yeah.
don't know everything about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So how long it goes? For a week? For 5 days?
Mine
For
is like usually about like 5 days. Yeah.
5 days?
Mhm.
And the dates are decided like, okay, 24 to 29.
Kind of. Mine are usually about like 28 days. Every 28 days I start. I have a
Okay.
I have an app that I track mine. And so mine
Oh,
technically from my app, I started 2 days early this month. Um, but and then my next one, but and so I track everything on here though. And then you
okay.
can also put like your symptoms on here, like, oh, this time around I was hurting a lot. I get a lot of back pain and a lot of cramps as well.
Okay.
And the other
Okay.
day I needed to take lots of ibuprofen because I was just like, oh my gosh, it hurts.
What is that? Is that some kind of a medication? Oh, I'm feeling alone.
Well, cramps are a pain right around this area where you just like
Yeah,
are
yeah,
like
yeah,
right. Well, I guess you can get workout cramps as well,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but it's just, but like for me too, usually the day before I start, my back hurts like crazy as well. My
Oh,
well, all of my back, but like I can tell sometimes I'll be sleeping and I'll be like, why am I in so much pain? And then I start the next day. I'm like, oh, that's why. That's why. Um,
that's great. That's
yeah.
great. Uh, Not great, but yeah. Oh, that's great for knowing
You
that.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice to have reasons for things. Like especially
Yeah.
these days when I'm like more anxious and I'm really annoyed and then I realize, "Oh, I'm a week before my period starts. Oh, that's why. That's why I'm feeling this way."
I'm really surprised that now we are more tech savvy in the world. The tech is doing so much. We haven't came up with any kind of a solution
Yeah.
that how can we stop the pain if
Cuz
we can't stop the blood?
yeah, we can't stop the blood. That's just only going to
Yeah,
get natural.
yeah, yeah.
It's not healthy cuz like people a lot of doctors now are prescribing birth control for pain, and it's the stupidest thing ever cuz then birth control can stop your period from coming. And it's
Oh,
so unhealthy. That's not natural. But
yeah, yeah.
doctors nowadays, oh, you have acne, take birth control. You have this problem, take birth control. And it's like doctors nowadays prescribe it too much, and a lot of times you have to find the problem. Usually like there's other diseases that could be causing it, and so instead of solving the problem, the birth control is a band-aid. They're just putting a band-aid on
Oh,
the problem.
yeah.
Oh, you need to dig deep and find what, like, if like my periods I think are, I don't think there's, I actually just recently went to the doctor to see if I'm normal because sometimes I get way too emotional, and sometimes they're really bad. Where it's like, is there any way I can fix this a little bit? But there are like natural ways to, like, I've heard seeds, different types of seeds throughout the month can help make periods better. I don't know, but
Okay.
I honestly recently have been like, I need to probably start taking more supplements to kind of help them out a little bit more, because like it's ridiculous 2 weeks a month where a week of the month where I'm like, I don't really want to do anything because I'm so anxious or like stressed and annoyed with everyone.
Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Now my other question. So, in do you bleed all these 5 days, or they are specific,
usually
like
my first
three
day is the
days? Oh,
Usually my first day is the heaviest, and then but this time my first and second day have been bad. Um, and then usually the cramps are only the first and second day. The
okay,
pain is usually only for those days for me normally, and then usually gets pretty lighter the rest of the time. Um,
okay.
but yeah, overall
So
that
now this is my next question. Like babies use diaper. You also use your kind of diaper. Okay.
well, I don't use diapers and I don't use pads anymore.
Oh, how,
There's another
explain it.
thing.
Explain it.
There's another thing that you could put in.
Oh,
And
I
so
didn't know about it. I didn't
yeah,
know about.
there's like cups or discs, and I use a disc. And
Okay,
so because there's tampons too. I don't know, I'm sure you know that one, tampons.
I have heard about it, but I really don't know what
Yeah,
tampons are.
but basically those ones are the things that are, well, you put it in there. Well, tampons, it can only be in there for 6 hours, and then you have to
Okay,
take it out. But and then
okay.
you don't get as much dirty.
Oh,
But and then the other one is like a little. Do you want me to show you? Um,
oh,
here, period disc, period disc. It looks like that. That guy right
okay,
there.
okay.
And so you kind of, yeah, can go in
You
there for
stick
12
it
hours. Yeah, it can
for
go in there
12
for
hours.
12 hours. Um, every once in a while it leaks. Every once in a while, luckily it's pretty good, but every once there's yeah. And so, but overall it's pretty good for 12 hours. And so I'll put it on in the morning if I know I'm going to be out all day. Maybe I'll do it right before I leave, because usually I'm not outside of my house for more than 12 hours in a row. But because in a public bathroom you can't take that out, and like when you take it out, you have to rinse it off and like
Yeah,
dump
yeah.
the blood out, and it's
Oh,
not.
so you can reuse it.
You keep reusing it. Yep. This one is a
Oh,
reusable one that I'm kind of thinking I might need to get a new one soon, but I
all right.
I don't know actually. They're a newer thing for me too. And so I'm
Okay,
realizing, how long can I use this same one for? Because then after, at the end of my period, I boil it in water for like three
okay,
minutes to clean it.
okay, okay. Oh, that's great. That's
I
great.
know.
So, when you might have used pads early in your days, so
Yeah.
how many pads did you use in those 5 days? What is the average?
Um well, and then I would use tampons too. And so I would usually use a pad like I'd have a pad on,
Hmm,
and then I'd use maybe even just use one or two tampons during the day, and then at night you can't sleep with tampons on. You can sleep with the disc on because it's long enough, um, but like the tampons, you could literally, if you keep a tampon in for too long, you could kill yourself.
oh my
And so
God.
like those, like it could cause a disease. And
Now I have two questions. So let me ask one question, that is this happen that okay, you get a surprise.
wait, you get a surprise like
You get a
one day.
surprise that yeah, you didn't knew about it, you didn't track
Oh
it when you were
yeah.
a kid or something like that, and then
Oh,
boom,
luckily I
boom,
don't think I've ever had like, well, maybe, I don't know. I don't
or
think I've
someone
ever
you
had that.
know
I
that.
don't think I've ever had that obvious surprise where like you can see it on your pants, but I
uh,
definitely have had that. It's my underwear is completely dirty where it's like, ah, shit, it started. Or my sheets. I've definitely gotten my sheets. And
Oh my God.
yeah,
Hmm.
and that's annoying waking up and then you're like, no, it started. And now your underwear is all bloody.
Eh, Is that some, I mean, this is a different kind of a question. Is there some time that that usually you look at the red thing and you say, that time of the month. Is there some point of the time in your life where you saw the red blood and you said, hey, it's that point of the time of the month?
Well, usually once my period arrives, maybe my mood isn't as crazy.
Huh.
Not as like for me right before my period, I like my heart just feels like tight and chest like really and then once it arrives, my body relaxes a little bit more, but and then you have the pain. But like I
Hmm.
don't feel so like somewhat when your period arrives, usually my emotions get a little bit better. And so it's usually like even just the day before I started this week, I was like more like tense that day and like I just yeah, it feels like your chest is just really tight and just like stressed. And then so it does feel like it kind of just goes away after that a little bit.
Is somewhere in your life, is there some kind of a point where you are having an argument with someone and he came up with this, you might be going through some hard time of the month, maybe that's why you
Oh,
are reacting like this.
well, I know that time of the month, and so my roommates are more like they know if I'm more emotional or stressed, I'll be like, sorry, it's like my period's coming soon. And they oh, we talk about it. It's like, no, I'm going crazy right now because my period's coming, or anytime I do go crazy, I'm like, oh, but
Or
yeah,
maybe someone want to point out that it is your mistake that you are arguing because it's that time of the month, and when you are really angry about something, it's not because of that.
yeah. No, I've never had anyone point it out like that though. Yeah,
You
I don't.
haven't met any person like me who
Oh,
can
are
blame
you
for
just
you
angry?
for
No,
anything.
no. Yeah, so the next time we're on here and if I'm acting weird, is are you on your period? No. No, but like I hide it pretty well. Like I don't
Okay,
think people on the outside know when I'm more feeling that way as much.
all right.
But like because I teach during those times when I'm stressed and I feel normal,
Of
or
course,
like
of course,
people
of
think
course.
I'm normal. People can I can hide it well, but like when I'm at home and I'm dealing with my roommates all the time, with them maybe I'll be like, hey, sorry, like uh, I'm just feeling a little tense right now, or I'm a little bit more no patience right now. But
Ah,
oh my
yeah.
gosh, the time though. Oh,
Wow, Mary, it was
but
nice talking to you.
it was so
Getting
nice
so
talking
much
to you.
knowledge about something. It was
Yeah,
new.
it was
Yeah,
interesting, very interesting.
yeah. It was a
And
great session. Take care. Bye bye.
yeah,
And
see
take
you
care of
next
your
time.
health.